voice for his peers, always striving to ensure that every student felt heard and valued. His leadership has helped foster a sense of unity and school spirit that will be remembered long after graduation. His impact goes far beyond his official roles. He's well loved throughout our school community, known for his outstanding character, integrity, and genuine kindness. Whether he's offering a helping hand to a classmate or supporting staff members, he consistently goes out of his way to uplift those who are around him. His positive attitude and willingness to help have made our school a better place. Looking ahead, he will be attending trade school to study HVAC, with the ambitious goal of one day owning his own HVAC company.
Yeah, Darren, you got it, baby, you did it!
His determination, work ethic, and entrepreneurial spirit make us certain that he will achieve great success in this chosen field. Please join me in welcoming our senior class representative and this year's keynote speaker to the stage.
Yeah, Darren!
So how are y'all, man? Good afternoon, all. Today I've been given the opportunity to share my journey of becoming a high school graduate. While some people love school, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it much either. My likes and dislikes for school challenged me along the way. I'm glad to say that I made it to this point where I can share my story with you. I've never been the biggest fan of school. For one, I'm not a morning person, so the idea of waking up for school sucked. I really just showed up because it was the expectation of my parents. In elementary years, I didn't really take school seriously. I can contribute a large part of this reason was due to the fact that I had just moved to Florida, which was very away from my father. I didn't have the guidance I needed at the time. My mom always tried to use a number of scare tactics to emphasize what could happen if I didn't go to school. But as a kid, I never really cared because I didn't understand the importance of education at the time. My mom would leave for work early in the morning. It was my brother's responsibility to make sure I was awake for school. I used to get dressed, leave the house, but since there was a camera in front of the house, I would sneak back in through the garage. I would try to go to school on certain days to balance my attendance. But after multiple absences, the school contacted my mother, and I was notified that I had over 12 absences, which resulted in getting caught and eventually kicked out of the school district. With my mom being overwhelmed with work, she couldn't help drop me off at school every day. As a result of that, I ended up returning to New York to complete my elementary school years with my grandmother. After having to attend Brooklyn Gardens Elementary School, which I made good friends, Zaire, wave your hand, wave your hand. My grandma would help me study flashcards for spelling and math tests, which often helped me to finish school with good grades. It was at this point my parents recognized I was ready to come back to Florida and my hard work had paid off. In middle school, I became a bit of a troublemaker, but I always did my work. I really started to find my stride, make friends, and even get involved into sports. At this point, I really didn't want to have to go back to New York, so I took school very seriously. It was a top priority. With this new mindset, I went on to pass all my classes and was very proud of the progress. My newfound success, approaching 7th grade, I began to become comfortable. This showed in my academics as my grades started to slip. I started failing to the point where I was now on academic probation. This was for students whose GPA was under a 2.0. During this time, I was so frustrated, I got into multiple fights resulting into referrals. I then started cutting school again, but even worse than before. It was to the point where my mom had to put me on a 3-way with a truancy officer. After speaking with them and understanding the severity of the situation, I realized my mom could actually get in trouble if I didn't go to school. The thought of that scared me so bad, I started going to school every day. Towards the middle of the year, COVID hit. The remainder of the year was remote. At this point, I would just log in, play the game, and do no assignments. Coming into 8th grade year, school was back, but we had to wear masks due to COVID. Due to my lack of work during quarantine, I started 8th grade on academic probation. Since I didn't participate much in my remote learning, my math was at 7th grade level, and I struggled with my reading. I was put into pre-algebra and intensive reading while my peers were ahead of me already in Algebra 1 and English 1. During football season, I broke my thumb and used it as the excuse to start skipping again. The summer of my 8th grade year, my mom told me and my brother we were going to New York for vacation to spend time with our dad. It turns out we ended up staying. It was fast life. I wasn't used to it. Most classes weren't too hard, but I still struggled to focus. In classes where I felt something was too much, I wouldn't give it my all. This formed a C student mentality. My mom was always hard on me about C's, considering it's not far from a failing grade, but I was hard-headed. Sophomore year, I started to slack off as I was still trying to get the feel and the motivation to increase my grades. Then I learned about requirements for each year, such as region scores. This made me do the bare minimum, as I seen that I was caught up on regions and had all the credits I was supposed to have. Reminding myself I only have 2 years left, I put a thought in my head that I had time. I was very mistaken. Going into junior year, my family and peers told me that this is the year college is looked at the most. I was never really happy about college, but graduating was a top priority, as most of my family didn't really graduate high school. As the year prolonged, I started to feel the weight of junior year. Colleges look at junior year because it's supposed to be the hardest year of high school. It's the year that can make or break some people. Throughout the year, my mental space wasn't so great. I started thinking about life after high school and what I would do. Having AP classes and multiple work stacked up from procrastinating, my average dropped to a 67. Seeing this did nothing but demotivate me, my parents and siblings always encouraged me to do better. I started to pick up my schoolwork and decided to join a program called My Brother's Keeper. It's ran by a staff member in here named Mr. Dennison. This program showed me leadership, brotherhood, and helped me network with peers. I would say this program is why I could speak to a crowd like this. As senior year approached, I made a promise to myself and my family. This promise was that I would have at least an 80 average and end the year off strong. During the year, I achieved this goal by being the first in class, completing work on time, and doing homework during other classes. I also asked for extra credit while studying final exams. Graduating with the class of 2025 and getting multiple medals to show my excellence. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, my sisters for being there every step of the way.
Woo-woo!
I also want to thank Ms. Leach, Ms. James, and the rest of the booking staff, especially Ms. E. Bates, for making school my second home. To the class of 2025, don't ever give up. Do what's right, not what's convenient, and even when life is hard and times are tough, have the discipline to do better and want better. To the rising seniors, take the last year of high school seriously and finish off strong. Thank you.